Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I'm here today hopping with my fellow friends, and I will show you something I made. Okay, normally I don't like to do that, the show and tell, because you're used to process videos with me, but this time this project I've done, that's something for me, and it really took time, over 2 or 3 months, because I always worked on it when I had time. I was recently very busy, did some hashtag events, and I had to do a lot of cards and other stuff for people. So that came first, and my project for myself was at the very end of the queue, so that's why I didn't film it. You know, always these bits and bobs I did was a bit difficult, but yeah, at the end I think it's perfect for this hop, you know, this everyday art, because that's something you can do as well easily, even if you think, oh no, I'm not that talented or whatever everyone is. I think that's a fantastic project, and I used this fantastic paint. You know, I had problems with the dilution paints, and I had to chuck quite a lot out because they are getting so gooey, so pudding-like, and they're drying, not that they're drying out. Drying out is not the problem. You can reactivate them with water, but the way they are getting, I chucked them out. I can't tell you. They're like a sponge, yeah, like a sponge, and you can't reactivate them. So that's what I think that was a problem with the first charge, and I'm a bit annoyed about that. But I like this paint and the colors. I really like it, so I can't really be that angry about it. So what I will show you now is what I did. Okay, this was my project. These shoes are very simple and cheap canvas shoes. One of our discounters had them as an offer, very cheap. Don't name me at that. $4.99 or $5.99. I don't know. I got quite a few. First time they had the offer, I wanted to have a white one, but the only ones I could get were blues and blacks, and a grey one. That was a light grey, so I chose that one. They had a few weeks later another lot, so and I managed to get some whites, and I will work on them later at some stage, so when I have time. Next problem. Okay, but what I did was I first, and that was the most annoying bit, you know, using this painter's tape and cover everything what I didn't want to have painted as this rubber here, and I had to be very neat with these edges, and I really covered all these bits, and then I left that uncovered. That would have been a lot of work, but I don't mind having a few stains here and there. I really don't mind. And then I went over it with gesso, white gesso, so with 2 layers, and that was a good beginning. I could cover the grey up fantastically. And what I did, actually, I bought them one size bigger because my concern was that they are shrinking. They did a bit, not a full size, but I think half a size, so they are a tiny bit wider than I would need them, but that's okay. So my advice is, this canvas shoes, don't buy them too small or just fitting a tiny bit bigger, because they're really shrinking a bit with all the wet media you're using on top. That's what canvas does, it shrinks. So, and after the gesso, I started with the paint, and I started here with the middle. I put that lace out to show you what I did here. I stuck to the same sort of color theme on both shoes, as you can see here. The middle is a tiny bit different on both sides, but the color theme is the same. And I use this yellow, orange, this is pomegranate seed, and this fuchsia, this pink. And I've done that on both sides. And then you have these seams here, as you can see. Some of them, as the edge here and here and here, I used the black paint, acrylic, or the dilution black. And this seams here I left in white. I quite like it. But I used different paint here on this separating fields, parts or whatever. Here I used the same yellow and a bit of orange. You know, this is the yellow, and I put a tiny bit of orange here and blended it out. And I really like how the color is working here on these shoes, and it's only one layer of dilutions on here. Really, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's really, I love them. I really love them. So what I did then afterwards was stamping on them, you know, simply stamping. And that's this circle stamp. I have tiny stamps with this tiny bubbles here, and I went in with my Posca afterwards, and this is a stamp from, I think that's Paper Artsy, on both sides here as well. Look, I will zoom in a bit that you can see it much better, this one and that one. And as I said, these are stems, and this bubble stems, and I used them here on that yellow orange bits as well. And then I used some rub-ons. You won't believe that, but these are rub-ons, these are rub-ons, this, yeah, and here, that, and that is a rub-on as well. Look guys, I can't tell you how durable these shoes will be. I've worn them, and of course I won't wear them when it's pouring down with rain, when I know I will go where it's muddy. Definitely not. This is a pure summer good weather shoe. And what I do when I wear these shoes, I wear really plain clothes. That means not a lot of colorful trousers and shirts. So that's how these shoes are really given a fantastic contrast. Next thing I will do, I will have black shoelaces. I couldn't get this flat long ones so far, so I will have a look when I'm in town here, around here in the supermarket. They have laces, but this round ones, and I want to have this flat ones in black, and long ones. Couldn't get these long ones. So I think that gives a much nicer contrast with black ones. And when I've worn them, I can tell you, people passing you, they are not looking into your eyes, but for different reason. It's absolutely the hit everywhere. Everyone is asking and saying, "Oh, where did you get that shoes? They're fantastic." And I said, "Yeah, they are specially made for me, special designer made, unique pair, not a second one like that." And of course, designers Andrea Kidman. But it's incredible. People are always asking, even people you don't know, you know. When I was at the hairdresser, sat there, and people next to me ask, or when I sat at the washing basin, they ask, they saw the shoes and ask. So they're really interested in that, and they are so bright you can see them from far away. So absolutely fantastic. Oh, dirty! I should have cleaned them, but that's it. And I thought it's worth showing you, even though I'm not making them. But of course you can imagine how I made them. And I think everyone can make stuff like that. Get a cheap pair of shoes. I don't know. I think it's even possible on leather shoes, when you go over with the sanding paper, all cheap high heels, even pumps, whatever, with the sanding paper over leather, and then gesso on top, and then with paint and seal it. I sealed it, actually, forgot to say that, with this gloss medium and varnish with 2 layers. They won't be waterproof, but they are protected. I can clean them with damp cloth. That should be possible. So And I wanted to inspire you, and I hope it does, because that's all about everyday art, you know. It's everyday art, what you can wear every day. Okay, dry days, not where it's muddy, but at least you could. It's different to you. Can you hang a picture on a canvas around your neck and carry it around with you? Of course you could, but does anyone do? It looks a bit stupid. But that's the way how you can present your art to the world, can't you? Can you imagine that? It is fantastic. People are really asking you, and I already had a lot of response, people asking, and you can tell them about you and your art you're making. I even gave some of my business cards away. So that's a good idea, I think. Fantastic idea. I love it, and I really like my shoes. That's it. And you know by now that is part of a hop, our hashtag everyday art, and I can tell you, go when you've finished watching, and please leave me a thumbs up if you like it. Then you can go into the description box down below and you have all the links, but please go and click on the first link, and that will take you straight to the next video, and you go on like that all the way through. We have 2 groups this time with fantastic artists. Absolutely love them all. Have a look. We are always coming up with fantastic ideas, don't we? Come on, have a look, go through all of them and enjoy them. And I wish you happy hopping. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I hope I will see you soon with a new process video. Promise. Bye bye.